Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now tonight I feel like relaxing, so it is going to be a bit of whiskies without the E, possibly with the E, maybe the E in wine, but we are going to try one of these MONTECRISTO Petite Edmundos. This is the box that it comes in. Alrighty, so you got the holographic tax stamp bit there. You got this little stamp here. You got the yellow stamp. Now on this side it says 10 Montecristo Petite Edmundos. You got another bit here. Look at the latch. Look at that beautiful latch. Alrighties, now on the bottom, let me show you here. Now on the bottom there is the date. So this is from February 2023. So this year, but I already had one, but I made reels and I did enjoy it, but we are going to select another one to have. Let me just show you there. Or maybe I'll hold like this. I know I should have really maybe prepared it up for you. Is real nice. It does roll around a bit if you do have some out of it. There you go. So we're gonna get one cut. Let's have a nice one, eh? I don't know. What's nice, eh? Alrighties. 4 left, saving 4. Alrighty, so let's have a look at the size. Now, this is a 52 ring gauge. I believe this is 4 1/3 inches. Look at the color. Look at the quality of that. I mean, it's just really delicate, really finesse. I mean, there's no real bad veins. The color is a light brown cocoa. The sheen level isn't really too high. It's a little bit dull actually. But now check out the band. Can you guys see that? All right, you got the gold inlay there with the white. You got the, what is that called? The Vanderlei? Is it called Vanderlei? Looks like the thing on top of school fences, or you know, any metal kind of fences. That little symbol there. There you go. Alright, it's Petite Edmundo. Let's get it lit. Let's get it cut. Now, I'm just gonna go with a cheap cutter. It's a trusty. It always does the job. So we are going to maybe take off this much. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Oh, maybe that would do. Alrighties. Alright. Well, this one is a bit of a better construction. The other one totally unwrapped, and it started having issues right at the end, but you know what? Let's have a little pre-light draw and see what we get. Oh yes, I forgot to tap. Now everyone, after you cut it, maybe it's good to lightly tap. You're gonna get those little loose bits of tobacco. There you go. You're seeing it here first. All right, guys. Now let's go outside and get this lit. And you know what? We are going to grab the Cardu Gold Reserve. We're gonna grab a bourbon as well, and let's just try pair this up with all sorts of things. So let's go outside, guys. Here we go. And we're outside. Alrighty, so let's get it torched up. It has been raining. It is a little bit cold and miserable, but this will be good. Now, this should be a delicate process that you should take time with. I mean, if you have matches or something like that, you know, that might be a really nicer traditional way. But if you want to just get it lit, this is a good way too. But you don't really want to suck in that butane, so you want to just get it nice and lit evenly, and then get that whiff, get that smell into you. Alrighties, let's have a little look. I mean, you can give it another light, but if you want to. Alrighties, now, alrighty, so essentially, that first draw, there is a lot of bitter notes here. Let's have another one. Retrohale is a little bit bitter, is a little bit harsh at the moment, so, but you know what? That's my thoughts on this anyway, but actually, let's see what Edward Sahakian thinks about this. Actually, yeah, let's go see what he thinks about this. Let's go. Oh, you guys are still going. You guys are still here. I was about to say, let's go see Edward, so let's go.
My Petite Edmundo, it's a delicious cigar, but it's powerful. It's a powerhouse, full of flavor, probably slightly overpowering for my palate. Oh, okay. Whereas the Reyes is beautiful.
And there you go, Edward Sahakian's thoughts on the Petite Edmundo Focus. Now, so he's saying it's really strong in flavor. So, you know what? This Petite Edmundo is actually stronger and more flavorful than the original Little Blockbuster, which, you know, it's... I feel that because of it's so compact and it's so little, I think, yeah, it does pack more of a punch. Now, let's get into the specs of this. So I have a little notes here. So this cigar, now this cigar was created in New H. Upman factory in Nevo, Vedado. Oh my goodness, my pronunciations is terrible. Forgive me, everyone. In 2006, following the success of the Hayes de Monterey Petite Robusto. The Petite Edmundo is essentially a shortened version of the highly successful Montecristo Edmundo, which is 5 1/3 inches by 52 ring gauge. So this is 1 inch smaller. But you know what? So this first third, at the moment, I am getting a whole lot of earthy notes, but there is a whole lot of bitterness going on. But the burn, there has not been any construction issues with this one. The last one I just had, there was a little bit of issues right at the end, but this one's going not bad. Let's have another one, and we're going to pour up a Scotch and see how it goes with it. Still bitter notes, but it's almost like dark roasted cashews or something, like a delicate dark caramel. Retrohale is initially still a little bit harsh. You know, you're getting a little bit of that black pepper there, a little bit of a spice, but bitterness almost. But you know what? Let's pour up a Scotch and see how it pairs. Alrighty, so we have the Cardu Gold Reserve, which is the Games of Thrones set. Now, I mean, this isn't anything too special. I would like to save some to try with the Cardu, you know, the standard Gold Reserve, but hopefully we'll get to save some. But this is enjoyable. When you are enjoying it with the cigar, it does go down a whole lot nicer. But here we go, guys, here we go. At first I was thinking this was gonna bring out more coffee in the Scotch, but I'm thinking maybe like a Dominican Republic style of tobacco may probably bring that out more. But let's see what this Montecristo does to this Cardu Gold Reserve. Alrighties, first third. Nothing dramatically is going on too much here, but we are taking it easy. Now, what time is it? I don't even know the time. I was gonna say it's probably only been 5 minutes. Not even. Yep, still bitter notes, still dark, roasted kind of cashews. You know what? Let's have a sip of the Scotch and see how it tastes. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Alrighties, you are getting a coffee espresso note actually coming through this. Slight chocolate is also emerging out of the Scotch, which originally is not there at all. So this has been a really good experiment. Alrighties, you know what? I'm gonna keep going, but tune back in. But you know what? We may as well have another sip, guys. Oh my goodness. It's good feeling in your hand. Very comfortable, very comfortable. Retro house, still a little bit bitter, still a little bit spicy. Certain woody notes are starting to come out, more almost like what do you call it? I wrote down some notes that I was getting last time, so it's almost like a tea, like a Chinese tea, an Earl Grey. But this eventually develops. Now, tune back in to see what it develops into. Alrighty, so here we go. That is beautiful. Alrighty, tune back in for the second third. Here we go. We're still in the first third, heading into the second third. I've just been noticing on my palate, on top of my tongue, in the back of my throat, I am starting to get some cocoa beans, kind of even like some coffee notes on the back of my throat. You know what? This has been pairing up really nice. Very flavorful, a whole lot more flavorful than the standard Edmundo. Retro House starting to become a little bit less spicy, a little bit less bitter, but the palate is full of rich cocoa beans, sweet earth. It's almost like a pleasant floral note. You know, some might describe it like a barnyard or grassy. But then it kind of transitions into like almost like a nutty kind of espresso kind of finish. But you know what? Let's have another sip of this Scotch and see how it's going. All right. Beautiful. Cheers, everyone. Smoke and drink responsibly. This Scotch is a whole different animal. Yet now, originally, you're not getting any cocoa, any chocolate, any coffee. So now it's actually tasting really nice. But we're going to pour up some bourbon. We're going to see how that pairs up. Obviously, it's going to go beautifully. But let's check out this burn line. Oops, sorry, guys. I mean, it's been pretty consistent. I mean, you could say that's pretty straight, apart from the little bit of the curve there. Nice, solid looking white ash, stacking very lovely. You know what? Let's grab that bourbon and see how it pairs up. Beautiful, beautiful. Cheers, everyone. Alrighty, let's go get that bourbon. Now that we've had some whiskey without the E, we are going for whiskey with the E. So you know what, may as well have something special with a special cigar. So we have the Clyde Mays Cask Strength. This is the 13-year, pretty much the limited release. It's 120 proof. That is 60%. There we go. Let's get this open. Oh, not really a cork pop left, but here we go. Alrighties. Alright. Let's see how this goes. On the nose, just the way I remembered it, but with more of a cigar note, because I'm burning a cigar in the background. But you know what? Very beautiful. You just gotta love the aged bourbon, guys. If you haven't got into your aged bourbons, definitely get into it. But you know what? Let's give it a try. Alrighties, Clyde Mays 13 year. Let's see how this tastes now. Cheers, everyone. Oh my goodness. Everything you want in a bourbon, all the well aged, all that sweet caramel, vanilla notes, that cedar note, that cigar note is coming out in this. You know what? I think I do enjoy drinking a bourbon with a cigar, because it makes any bourbon, especially good bourbon, taste even more better. And it makes scotches have that little bit of that coffee, that chocolate notes. But anyways, we're heading into the second third. Tune back in soon. I'm just gonna have a few more, save some time. Alrighties, here we go. Alrighties, we are in the second third. The ash has not fallen off yet. So look at that stack, look at that. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I mean, there's no light coming apart from up here. But going down well, going down beautiful. Alrighties, we got the Clyde Mays 13 year pairing up really well with it. So let's see how the cigar's going now in the second third. Here we go. Huh. Whoa, what the fuck bug was that? Did you just see that? Giant bug just flew in my face. Oh my goodness. Alrighties, that took my attention away. Alright, let's just say the second third at the moment. The retrohale is not harsh anymore. It's not spicy. So all those big, strong notes have all just become a lot more delicately integrated in with the flavors as you're having it. So getting a lot more of the earth coming out though. But let's just say we don't have that spice anymore. It's not really bitter anymore, but let's have a little bit more, guys. Yeah, definitely becoming a very smooth blend. All right, so this is a very mild to full body cigar. I mean, you do feel the nicotine, guys, when you have this. It does really relax you, mellow you out. So if you're not ready for it, definitely eat before you have a cigar. That might help, but let's see how it's tasting now. Cheers, everyone. Oh, going on to almost 20 minutes. Let's go. Oh. Alrighties. It almost brings out the sweet in the bourbon, because this is almost like a more dark. It's going towards cocoa. It's going towards espresso. You know, you could almost be confused thinking that this was like what do you call it? Like a Maduro wrapper or something. You know, the darker wraps with the more chocolate and the cacao and the coffee nose. But it's just very interesting how a flavor can just develop in a cigar from the first third to the second third. So we're gonna have to see what it's going to be in the final third, but we probably have 4 minutes left of recording, so you know what? Let's pour up some fortified wine and see how that goes with it. Tune back in soon when I'll go grab the wine. 2 secs. We even have some Penfolds Bin 28 Shiraz. You know what? Let's pour some of this and see how this tastes after I've had some of the cigar in my mouth. There we go. Just a little bit. Alrighties. Look at the colour of that, eh? Alrighties, here we go. The ash still there, still hasn't fallen off, so this has been a really well constructed Cuban. Definitely retro how not spicy at all, none of that pepper, none of that bitter notes. It's just smooth now, but you know what? Let's see how this tastes. Cheers, everyone. I can't say I rate that at all. No. Nah, we're going to try it with some fortified wine. Let's finish this. Alrighty, so here we go. Oh, maybe I'll pause it. So the fortified wine we have is Keeper's Glove. It's a tawny Audi special. Alrighties, nothing expensive here, but this is what I mean by you can increase the experience of this by even enjoying it with a cigar. So let's see how the cigar has made this taste. Now this is originally very overly sweet. That's why normally when you go tawnies, you should drink the 20-year plus tawnies. You're gonna get more nice raisin notes. But let's see how this is going with it. We are heading into the final third, but we're not quite there yet. Did you see that? That ash just fell into my sleeve. I'm like, ooh, that's hot. There you go. Bloopers and all. Alrighties, 22 minutes. We are heading into the final third, but let's have a sip of this tawny, see how it's pairing with it. Alrighties, cheers everyone. Smoke and drink responsibly. Alrighties. It's almost like the bitterness or those kind of notes, the espresso notes of the cigar is bringing out like a barrel type of influence to this. It's almost making it like it's a well-aged tawny. Well, tune back in for the last final third for my final thoughts. Alrighties, let's go. Final third, we're heading there. Let's just say, you know what? All the flavors, very complex. It's just so interesting the way that the flavors just integrate together, you know, from spicy becomes not spicy, you know, from no cacao, no coffee to cacao or coffee. But you know what? It has been a very fun, enjoyable experiment, and this has been a very fun and enjoyable cigar. Let's just say retails for roughly $45 to $55 here in Australia. Definitely a very pleasant cigar. I mean, after 10 minutes, that cedar notes was coming out, but now it's just a lot earthy, a lot like mushroomy almost. Green tea, Earl tea. It's just beautiful. Anyways, much love to you all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna use my magic powers to turn off this video and wish you all a good night. Cheers, everyone.